I'll read each sentence, and if it is clear, we go on. If it is not clear, we'll discuss it. Okay? But it is quite a few days, about 10 days or so, maybe a little more. So, just to give you what Sendra is saying in this huge para, one of the biggest chapters of Life Divine, okay, Brahman, Purusha, Ishwara, the same thing taking three different stands at every level of consciousness, okay, or of existence if you want, the values go on changing. Okay, the values that are there in matter are valid only for matter. The values that are there for life are valid only for life. The values that are there in the mind, morality, that is valid only for the mental plane of consciousness. When you go to the spiritual plane, those values go on changing. So, spiritually also they go on changing, psychologically also they go on changing. So, this is the relativity of the world. Okay, so right from the highest to the lowest. Total freedom from all relativity is absolutely at the highest level. As it keeps coming down in manifestation, little by little, it loses its total freedom and starts tying itself up with features, okay, laws. So finally, at the lowest level in matter, it is completely governed by laws, no freedom at all. That is the reason why physics is possible, because you can say, if I do this, this will happen. If I do this, this will happen. Causality, the law of causality operates 100%. Okay. Not really 100%, maybe 99.999%. Okay, because even at the atomic level, there is some sort of a peculiar freedom. Okay, even at the atomic level, but it is 0.00001%. I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because in science also they have seen that can you fix the location, the coordinates, x, y, z coordinates for the horizontal plane and the vertical plane, x, y, z. If you can fix the x, y, z of anything, you know exactly where it is situated in time and space. But the problem in science is that you can't fix, you can fix the coordinates, but you can't fix its speed. Its velocity you can't fix. And then if you fix the velocity, you don't know where it is. So this is the freedom that I'm talking about. Total determination is not possible even at the physical level of the atomic existence. Okay, so at the highest level, total freedom, but the capacity to bind itself and make itself rigid and not free is there. At the lowest level, total rigidity and total laws, but the 0.000% possibility of freedom is there. So this is what you have to see. So having said that, Brahman, Purusha, Ishwara. Brahman is the what you experience when you go to the self. Make your mind silent and go to the self. You see, you feel a presence, a self, which is, and what are its characteristics? Normally, the only characteristics you can give to Brahman is infinite, eternal, absolutely featureless, and immutable. These are the main three things that you can recall. In fact, it is so immutable and so real. It is so intangible but so real that the physical world seems to be unreal for you. That's at the level of the self. Mind you, these experiences can be had at various levels also. At the second level, the featurelessness of the Brahman, the infinite featurelessness of the Brahman starts becoming more definite, and you feel that there is a personal aspect to it. That's a Purusha. When you are in the Brahman consciousness, the world seems to be absolutely non-existent for you 90% of the time. So that is the Maya, the illusion of the world. That is number one. Then when you go slightly higher and you start seeing that there is a personality, the personal aspect also is there. You see the physical world as mere mechanical energy. The Purusha is consciousness and the world is mechanical energy. The river is flowing, the wind is blowing, the sunlight is coming, but no freedom. Totally subjected to physical laws. And those laws also can be given in equations. That's what physics is all about. Okay. Now you go to the third level. You go to the third level. So when you are in the Purusha consciousness, you start seeing the physical world as mere mechanical force, unconscious force. But when you go to the third level, you see that is the Ishwara consciousness, or in the Gita you have the Purusha, Purushottama, Uttama Purusha. You see that there is a personal aspect to the divine, but there is also an impersonal aspect to the divine, and there is no contradiction between them. Okay? The personal aspect can enlarge itself and become the universe, and then there are no features, it becomes universal. So when you are in the Ishvara consciousness, you see the physical world as not at all an illusion. You don't see it also as a mechanical force, but you see it as the force of the divine. It is the divine that is operating there, seemingly unconscious, but behind that seeming unconsciousness, there is the consciousness. That is why you see so much of order in the instinct of animals, in the way the plants grow, okay, and how they seek. This consciousness is there at the lower level. This is what he is telling about Brahman, Purusha, Ishwara. Okay. So now we start reading this. I made a brief resume of the chapter.